Hello my bunnies, welcome back. Happy early Christmas, Merry early Christmas. So I'm here with Disco Gnome, if you don't know. Disco Gnome. I bought him last year from CB2. It was a smart purchase. Anyway, so as you can see in the title, I am here to announce my third cookbook. Oh my goodness. So if you see my channel art, my new channel art, you're like, this is not news. But anyways, my new cookbook called Reindeer Food is now available for pre-order. I actually don't have a copy with me just yet, but I will have so many images on the screen for you in this video, so you'll get to feel like we are unboxing the book together. So if you guys have been subscribed to me for a while, you know that I've already come out with two cookbooks. First one called Unicorn Food, second one is Mermaid Food, and this one is Reindeer Food. So it is filled with holiday, both Christmas and just winter neutral recipes. There is over 84, I believe there are 85 recipes in the book. Some of them you've already seen here on my channel, but most of them are completely new. I shot this last January, so my Christmas season was like elongated, that's not the right word, extended, and I had so much fun and I'm really proud of it. It is, except for the cookbook that I wrote next, at that point it was my best work that I've done so far. I love the photos, the recipes taste so good. I can't wait for you guys to see it. So in this video I'm going to share with you my favorite recipes from that book, show you some things to look forward to, as well as tell you guys what little gifts I have in store for you if you pre-order the book. So make sure to watch the end of the video because I have over $400 worth of goodies for you guys if you pre-order the book before October 13th, because that's when it is going to be launched. So make sure to stay tuned to find out how to get these goodies and what they are, because I went ham, like I went crazy. There are so many things that you guys are getting, way more than previous like cookbook launches for me, so I'm really excited. But first things first, let's take a look at the back. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I have my manuscript of the book on my phone here. Let me close from YouTube first. I'm currently watching Bailey Sarian. If you don't know, I love her. She's so good. It's like a combination of like all my favorite things, like makeup and like true crime. Anyway, so comment down below if you watch Bailey as well. Okay, so let's get into cooking though. Okay, so one of the coolest recipes I think in this cookbook are my 3D reindeer cookies. So I'm gonna have photos coming up here for you guys. So these cookies do not require some fancy exclusive cookie cutter to make them 3D. I wanted to make this accessible to everybody. So in the book I share with you how to cut your cookies out to get them to like this 3D shape. But like, look at them, they look like toys, but like edible toys. And obviously this recipe uses my most favorite gingerbread dough recipe ever. It is so good, you guys. Oh my goodness. If you've never made gingerbread before, it's actually not that hard. I know it can be intimidating, especially with gingerbread houses, like Lord mercy. It's just like, they can be intimidating sometimes, even to me, and I do this for a living, but gingerbread is actually quite easy, and these cookies were whipped up so easily. So don't worry, if you're new to this, you can still pull this off, I promise you. Next we have my candy cane cupcake cake. So this is funny because, not because of like what it is, I think it's really cute, and okay, I was gonna say like if you're having a Christmas party, no one is having a Christmas party this year because of COVID. If you are planning on having a Christmas party, don't do that, be safe. Safety comes before cupcake cakes, says the girl who's selling a cupcake cake. Anyway, but the reason why I love this recipe is because when I was shooting it, I had to put it on the floor because it was so big that I had to stand on a chair to shoot it. And actually I have a behind the scenes clip of it on my Instagram in the Reindeer Food Cookbook highlights. So if you want to see what it actually looked like, definitely check it out. But because it was on the floor, Mr. Paddington, who is my dog if you don't know, was like, ooh, it's for me. Or if it isn't for me, I'm gonna take it anyways. So the whole time I was like, don't do it, don't do it. And like trying to control him, which is impossible, while shooting a nice quality and key and focus photo. So I have so many photos, I'll insert some here of like the cake and then a dog, like, or his little feet just like in the side of the photo. I think it's so funny, and he did eventually win because he usually does. When I turned around and then I turned back, his little face was licking a cupcake. So naughty, so naughty. But don't worry, he was fine. It wasn't enough to make him sick or anything like that, thank God. He's such a naughty dog. Next we have my unicorn cake. So this is actually, no, my unicorn, my reindeer cake. I swear at every launch video, I always mess up. Next we have the reindeer cake that is on the cover, and so the reason why I love this is because it does not use fondant. If you've been watching for a while, you know that I particularly do not like fondant. I feel like it's really useful. It's like edible Play-Doh, but it also tastes like edible Play-Doh. And I feel like it's so overused, and it's used in places where like you don't need to use it, you know what I mean? And I know it can be really, really intimidating. So instead of fondant, we are using cookies instead. And I feel like it's just gonna taste so much better, and it's gonna taste more holiday-y that way. So the cake is not covered in fondant. The horns, the antlers and ears are made out of gingerbread cookies. So it's so much easier, and to create a little like cool texture, I sprinkled some, was it demerara sugar? Okay, sorry, my memory card got full because I can't stop talking. Anyways, we're using like crunchy brownish sugar to create a beautiful texture on the antlers so that it looks so nice and rustic. And if you're baking a big batch of gingerbread cookies, just like make these when you're making them, and then pop them in the freezer, and then like defrost them when you're ready to make the cake, so that you're not like making a whole other batch of cookie dough when you're baking a cake, because I know that can be stressful. So if you already plan on making gingerbread cookies during your holidays, this would be a really cool thing to just like throw in, make the ears, make the antlers, set it aside for later. You get what I mean? There are also a ton of hot chocolate recipes in the book. I love making hot chocolate. One, because they're so quick to film. Okay, they also taste fabulous. I love drinking hot chocolate, but in terms of filming, when you're filming a recipe, it takes about 3 times longer than it does to like make it if you weren't filming it. So on days where like the sun is setting, I'm like, oh my God, I only have an hour. A hot chocolate recipe is so easy to like just pump out. But I used to work at Lindt Chocolate Shop in Australia when I lived in Australia. If you didn't know, that's where I learned to make hot chocolate. So instead of using powdered cocoa and mixing it with milk, which I feel like it tastes fine, but it's not as rich. If we're having hot chocolate, you need to go all the way. So in this book, I will show you how to make it delicious and rich, and like everyone will love you. When I made it for Marco the first time, Marco's my boyfriend if you don't know. He can hear me when I'm filming. Yes, he can. He doesn't have his headphones in. He loved it too, didn't you? You like my hot chocolate, right? Do you like my hot chocolate?
I do.
Yes, okay. But we have so many different flavors in there for you, including eggnog hot chocolate, which I don't even like eggnog, but I love this hot chocolate. So even if you're on the fence with eggnog, but you have like family members who like it, you will like this one, I promise. Paddington is looking at me, and he has this massive chunk of his fur in his mouth. Come here. What are you doing? Come here. Ew. Ew, Paddington. And to continue on with the hot chocolate fabulousness, I have also created a hot chocolate charcuterie board. So I don't know if you guys have been seeing on Instagram, but they've become kind of trendy lately, where you make basically like cheese boards, but not with cheese, with other things. I was like, oh my God, we need to do that with hot chocolate. So I'm so excited for this. If you have either a group of friends or people in your like quarantine bubble, which is recommended in some areas not, so don't do it if it's not safe for you to do it yet. But this is a really cool way to just create like a big batch of basic like milk hot chocolate or classic hot chocolate, which is in the cookbook. And then you can have a plate or this massive tray filled with all these goodies that you and your friends can like pick and choose and like custom flavor your own hot chocolate. I think it's so much fun. And then you put like a Christmas movie on in the background, and oh my gosh, it's just, it's so Christmassy. And also, side note, if you can get really cool shaped marshmallows, I think it will take it to a next level, like little heart shaped ones or little curly ones, or this was not meant to be a segue into my marshmallow recipes, but there are a ton of homemade marshmallow recipes in the book as well, including these reindeer marshmallows that I haven't made on my channel before. And they have little peppermint sticks, candy canes, as the antlers, so you can either like hook it on the inside of your glass so it doesn't fully submerge, or I don't know. I think it's just so cute, so those would be really, really cute on the charcuterie board as well. We have some reindeer chocolate hazelnut cheesecake pops. I know that's a mouthful. Eating it is also a mouthful, but it's delicious. They are, they look like little popsicles, And I'm sure you've seen these all over Instagram as well. They're little like cake pops, but they look like popsicles. But instead of classic cake, we're filling them with cheesecake, chocolate cheesecake. And oh my goodness, the chocolate hazelnut cheesecake that we're using as a filling is basically Nutella, but I don't think you can like print Nutella in a cookbook because it's copyrighted. So chocolate hazelnut. It's so delicious, and we're using little pretzels as their antlers. Like, oh my goodness, how cute. And these are a great thing that you can make ahead, pop them in the fridge, and have one like every night during the holidays so that you're not eating too much because they're only like this big, but you still feel like you're treating yourself every night. I want to show you like everything. How do I narrow this down? Maybe I just don't. Maybe I just show you everything. Okay, so next we have a reindeer tart. So I'm very proud of myself because I feel like this is like a fancy recipe, especially for me because all my stuff kind of leans cutesy. But this, okay, I mean like it's cute. Look at it. They're like reindeers jumping through the sky. Reindeer, sorry, I'm too excited, so my grammar is like going out the window. This is so delicious. So it just looks like a chocolate tart. So the top layer is delicious, chocolate ganache, but underneath is homemade cranberry curd. And I know cranberries can be quite tart, but this is tart in like the best way because it cuts through the sweetness of the crust and the chocolate ganache. And we've added some orange zest in it as well. So it's just, it tastes like the holidays. It's so delicious. I gave this one to my parents and grandparents to eat, and my mom like wouldn't stop talking about it. And I think my dad's friend had a slice and even asked for the recipe. So I'm like super humbled that he liked it that much. So this is tried and true, and a lot of people like it. So I hope that you'll like it too. We are even going to the next level, and I created little cranberry jelly cubes to decorate the top of the tart with, so that it just looks so fancy and the cubes like glisten in the sunlight. And if you need a show-stopping recipe, this is it. I love it. It's so pretty. I'm going to casually mention there are some sugar plum recipes in here, including recipes that use ruby chocolate, which is the naturally colored pink chocolate. You can find it, I think you can find it on Amazon. Either way, I'll link it down below if you want to try out those recipes, or if like you're watching this in the future and you're like, where can I get that? I'll link it down below. It's delicious. It's like a very, very fruity chocolate. I may as well just show you the recipe. So these are my sugar plum cupcakes, like in the Nutcracker with like sugar plum something. So they're delicious. They're beautiful. It's like pink Christmas. Clearly I like pink Christmas. And on top are little sugar plum truffles. So this is where the ruby chocolate comes into play. They are so delicious and so cute and so sweet, and I feel like it's just a different twist on a holiday dessert. It's not like red and green, it's more like pink and wintry, which I love. And for another more wintry treat, we have my snowstorm cake. So this cake, I love it. I was like, this is one of the recipes where I was stressing over because I'm like, I can see it and it's fabulous in my mind, but I don't know if I'll be able to execute it in real life. But I think I did, and I think it's like so pretty. So as you can see, it looks like a winter storm. And on the top, we have some snow-covered pine trees, but it's not just they are actually strawberries that I've piped the frosting on top of. I feel like, and I love pairing strawberries with cake because it just, the tartness of the strawberries, also raspberries, but I mean, those would be very, very small treats. The sweetness or the tartness of the strawberries really cuts through the sweetness of the cake, and it makes it taste much more refreshing. And also this frosting is my, I want to say famous, I don't know if I can call it famous yet, maybe in like 10 years, but my delicious cream cheese frosting recipe. Oh my goodness, you guys, like that, every time I share this recipe on YouTube, like the cream cheese frosting recipe, I always say that it's something that I can eat by the spoonful, and that I have, and it's true. And I did it with this cake as well, and I don't regret it. It was so good. Okay, last thing I'm gonna show you. I want to share everything. Okay, so last thing, we have an ugly Christmas sweater cake, and I know that this isn't like such a unique idea, but I love it because we're making it look knitted. Look at it. It looks like a knitted sweater. How cool is this? Oh my gosh, it was so exciting when I made it. I still remember that night where I'm like, I did it. And so, like, I was thinking that you could make like the base, and then with you and your family members or friends or whoever you're quarantining with, you all can like have a competition to see who can decorate it to make it look the ugliest. Like, how cool would that be? Even if like you don't make full-size cakes for everybody, but if you make like mini ones, how much fun would that be? Oh my goodness. So that actually is a good segue on to all the goodies that you'll get if you pre-order, because piping techniques has something to do with one of the pre-order gifts. So now I'm gonna go through the whole spiel. I've been doing it all week, so I think I've got it down, but who knows? If you might see a lot of jump cuts in this section because I might forget something. So the book is available for pre-order until October 13th. That's the day that it goes live on Amazon, and it's available everywhere. And so the reason why you see, or you might see, a lot of authors being like, pre-order my book, is that because if the book gets a lot of pre-orders, it makes the publisher very, very happy, and I really, really want to make my publisher happy because I love them. They're wonderful. And if you get a certain amount of pre-orders, I believe it can increase your odds or directly impact you becoming a New York Times bestseller, I think. So the more pre-orders you get, basically, the better. And it also shows everyone, or it shows publishers and people who purchase the book, like the bookstores, that people are excited for this book, and that's always a good thing. So for all of you who have pre-ordered or were thinking about it, thank you so much. It means so much to me. So to thank you guys for pre-ordering the book, I have a bunch of little gifts for you. And so in the past I've done a couple little things, but this time we are going hard. I have so many presents for you, and in total they reach up to over $400 in value. Maybe one day we can make it 4,000, but not this time. Okay, so first things first, you guys are going to be getting some gift card and gift tag printables. So what those are gift cards and gift tags that are designed by me. I actually had someone create little custom pankobunny graphics for the holidays, and I've turned those into gift cards and gift tags that you can print out and give to your friends and family and use them to wrap presents, or like put little gift tags on presents. I thought that'd be a really, really fun thing to do, especially because this is like a Christmas cookbook. You will also get a signed book card by me. So I've done this for the previous 2 cookbooks. So if you have those and you pre-ordered them from me, you know the gist. You know what I'm about to say. But basically what it is a little square that I have signed, and I'll mail it to you, and it's printed on sticky paper. So you peel it off and you stick it in your cookbook. So it's like you have a signed copy, but it's much easier, like logistically, for me to like sign them all and then mail them out and you stick them in, versus somehow me going somewhere, especially in the midst of COVID, and like physically signing the books. Next, you'll be getting a sheet of pankobunny stickers. So this is really exciting. I designed them the other day, and they are festive stickers. I've never sold pankobunny stickers. I've used them for the Etsy shop, but like I've never given them to you guys. So I think that this is so much fun. You can just like use them for yourself or stick them on presents and stuff like that. I think I'm really excited to see what you guys think. And I'm actually going to be posting like a photo of the sticker sheet on Instagram. So if you want to see what it is before it arrives in the mail for you, definitely check out my Instagram. Next, you'll be getting a $15 merch voucher to pankobunny merch. So I recently created a reindeer food collection of merch. It's so fun. I hope that you guys like it. And so I thought that as a little present to you guys, I'd give you guys a $15 gift card towards my merch. You can use it for the reindeer food collection or for any other collection on pankobunny. And I'll have my merch shop linked down below. It's through Teespring, so you guys can take a little look, and I'll also have the specific little reindeer food subsection linked there too, if you just want to see that collection too. And next, the thing that made me think of the ugly Christmas sweater cake is that you guys will all be getting an exclusive video showing you all the piping techniques that I used in the book. So if you're new to baking, don't feel too confident with piping tips, or you just want to see it done before you do it yourself, I thought that this would be really, really handy. So I'm going to go into all the piping tips that you need, how to hold the piping bag, how to fill it in like a really, really handy way, and everything, so that even when you're making the ugly Christmas sweater cake, or I have another cake in there that is particularly piping heavy, which is my cable knit cake. It's so pretty. I won't put a photo on here, so if you want to see it, you have to like get the book. But I think it is my favorite recipe in the book. It's so pretty, and as someone who loves sweaters, it's like a sweater on a cake. Since it is quite piping heavy, I thought that this would be a really, really cool video to give to you guys so that you can see it done and have tons more confidence when you're going in to bake. And last but not least, I know there are so many things I I could not narrow it down this time. You guys are going to be getting a raffle entry with each pre-order, and that raffle is actually going to be held on Sunday, so October 11th. I'm going to be having a live stream celebrating this book. It's going to be basically like an online launch party. And in that live stream, I'm going to be drawing raffle tickets, and the grand prize winner will win the entire Reindeer Food merch collection. So I think there are 5 or 6 items, maybe 7, who knows. And one of you who pre-ordered will be winning the entire collection, which is so exciting. I had a ton of fun designing everything, so I hope that you like it too. And yeah, so in order to get all these goodies, all you need to do is pre-order the book. It's available on Amazon. I know it's on amazon.com.ca.uk, and I'm sure other Amazons, but I'm not entirely sure. I mean, like if you just Google it, it will come up. As well as Target, which is new, which is really, really exciting. Barnes & Noble, Indigo, if you guys are in Canada like me, and Book Depository. So you can pre-order it from anywhere where they sell it, and then just take a screenshot of the order confirmation and then email it to me. I'll have my email on the screen here and down below, and also include your name and mailing address so that I can mail you guys the little book card and the stickers, and you get everything. So it's super simple to do. The value of all the goodies definitely outweighs the price of the book. So I know if you're wondering about the price, I believe it's $19.99 US, and then I think in Canada it's $26 Canadian. But I mean, even like just with the merch voucher, the $15 one, you're already like getting pretty much like over half of the money that you spend back. I hope that these little goodies excite you. I'm really, really excited to give you guys all these things. I know a lot of you have been watching me since the beginning, and I appreciate it so much. So this is like the absolute least that I could do. But yeah, thank you all for watching. I don't even know how long this video is. I'm like overheating. It's so sunny in my house right now. But anyways, yes, I'm so excited for you guys to get the book and see the goodies inside. I got an email from one of you guys today saying that you pre-ordered it in February, and like my heart just, oh, thank you. Thank you, it was so sweet. But yeah, so if you missed anything in this video, all the information and everything that I said is down below, because I know I threw a lot at you, so don't worry, everything's typed down below. But anyways, yeah, thank you all so much for watching. I will see you guys on Saturday and Sunday on Instagram Live. I'm gonna make another recipe from the cookbook on Saturday, and on Sunday is the little launch party where I'm going to announce the raffle winner. So make sure to stay tuned on that, or for that. Yes, and I will see you next Tuesday here for another video.